Hi guys, in today's video I'll be talking about the process of financial resource management by seafarers on ships. Now, managing the budgets and financial resources available on ships is normally the job of a senior officer. That could be a master or a chief officer on the deck side, or a chief engineer, second engineer on the engine side. However, in my video I'll be telling you about how everyone involved on the ship is somewhat involved in managing the budgets. A knowledge of budget management is required by all seafarers, and that is why this video will help you to understand the concepts of financial resource management on ships. I'll start by telling you about how a shipboard budget or a budget allocated to the ship has its own problems. For example, variations in charter parties, trading routes, cost of fuel, stores, repair, shore labor, harbor dues, pilotage vary greatly around the world, and all this has an impact on the budget that is allocated to a ship. Now, every shipping company allocates a certain budget to the operation of a vessel. Many a times, budgets are decided for one vessel, and then similar budgets are allocated to other vessels which are on the same route and trade with the same kind of structure and manning level. However, because of the variation in the cost associated with ports and facilities and services around the world, ships' budgets are required to have a large flexibility or contingency arrangement. The problem with shipboard budgets are that this is decided at the strategic level in the shipping company. The seafarers are not involved in deciding the budgets. The role of the seafarer or mariner is only to work as per the budget and make sure that the ship does not exceed its budget allocated. In this regard, ship staff are mostly unaware of the financial cost related to the vessel management. This is mainly taken care by the shore side of the staff or the shore people or people sitting in the company who mainly advise the seafarers on how to stick to a particular budget. The seafarers are hence oblivious to how they can assist ship owners in managing cost and budgets. Once an officer becomes a senior officer on board the ship, such as a master or a chief officer or a chief engineer, they are expected to have a good knowledge of how budgets are allocated and to stick to the budgets. So ship staff are not compensated significantly for financial savings, and hence they are not highly motivated as well. On the flip side, sometimes if the ship staff is motivated through compensation that they can receive from financial saving, they sometimes have been known to take advantage of it. For example, if a master is aware that saving money on food may lead him or her to get some kind of compensation, they may go to the extreme end and not buy the food that they should be buying, which makes the ship's crew unhappy. Hence, a balanced approach is needed, which by seafarers to not only manage the vessel's budget but also to ensure to use it effectively towards the crew's welfare. Post-global financial crisis in 2008, ships have been operating on a very tight budget. The vessel's superintendent relies on the senior officers such as the master and chief officer on the deck side and chief and second engineer on the engine side for efficient operations within the stipulated budget. For efficient operations, we mean that ships should be avoiding delays, off-hires, incidents, breakdowns, accidents, observations or their occurrence at the lowest possible operating cost. When we talk about observations or their occurrence, we talk about failures during audits or deficiencies during audits and post-trade and flag state inspections, which may delay the vessel. Any action that delays the vessel affects the company's financial budgets, and this is highly frowned upon. So senior officers on board ships should ensure that no activity on the ship should delay the vessel, whether it's safety related or it's related to operations. Hence, a senior officer may contribute by showing due diligence while ordering spares and stores. They should also spread awareness amongst the crew on the importance of maintenance to avoid breakdowns and repairs. They should involve the ship's crew in budget management through efficient utilization of ship's resources. Fuel savings that occur due to voyage planning and machinery being switched off when not in use, generators stopped when not in use should also be encouraged. At this point, I must say that as a senior officer, you must be very active in educating your junior officers as well as the ship staff about the implications of not sticking to the budget or the procedures they may follow to stick to one. In terms of contributions from a seafarer who may not be the senior officer, you must make sure that you check the inventory and stores before ordering any spares. Unwanted machines should be switched off when not in use. Management of resources such as provisions, food, water, paper, stores, etc. should be conducted efficiently. Planned maintenance should also be conducted as per schedule, and make sure that upcoming planned maintenance events are planned in advance. You must educate oneself about the ship's budgets and how financial management takes place on the ship. Work with honesty and integrity. If you work with honesty and integrity and loyalty towards your company, you are basically or indirectly making sure that the company survives and your job survives on the ship as well. Finally, the contribution of the owner should be such that the ship owner should come up with a system of rewarding better financial management, especially by seafarers who are sticking to the allotted budget. The ship superintendent should also be more transparent with the budget and its allocation. Conversations between the superintendent and the senior officers and getting the crew involved will lead to a better crew with the education of a financial resource management that is required on the ship. So this was a short video on financial resource management by seafarers on ships. Let me know through your feedback and comments on what you thought about this video. This may not be a very comprehensive video and I may have missed certain areas such as the role of the master in managing the budgets on the ship in terms of cash and cash distribution. The reason I have not done that is because most of the companies these days, masters are not required to handle cash. Many of the companies, masters do handle cash. In that regard, they must be aware of the exchange rates and how the exchange rate affects the cash transactions on board. If there is something that you would add to this video, please feel free to comment in the comment section. I will make sure that that is covered in my next video. Thank you guys. I'll see you soon with my next video. Bye.